Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Sincere 7, coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, the Pad, Florida edition. Y'all know like how we do, man. Come on and kick it about a few things. Enjoy the weather. You know what I mean? Enjoy the energy. Enjoy the vibe. So, first of all, shout out to everybody who's been taking part in that 48 hours of 25% off. Y'all are really tapping in. Y'all got me in here doing works because y'all done bought out a few things of a few things. Them scholar seeds went quick. The microdoses, some people hopped on ayahuasca ceremonies. I mean, y'all really tapped in and actually did a whole lot more than I thought y'all was gonna do. So shout out to y'all for the support. Appreciate y'all. We still got 24 hours left on the sale, so go ahead, jump into psychonautdetroit.org and get on your things that you might need, right? Take advantage of the sale, opportunities, all that. But so as I've been saying, we're doing the reintroduction of the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. Since making the paper and National Geographic and all of these different things, there's been a lot more people who have been tapping in, tuning in, trying to figure out what we're all about. And I decided to just go ahead and reintroduce ourselves from the beginning. There's been a lot of changes within myself, my personal life, the business, the company, everything. And so I felt like, why not just start over at the fundamental levels? Regardless of how far I've gone, let's go back to the basics, to the things that I do, that I offer to my peoples, and that, a lot of people have become part of this village because of some of the foundating things that we do, that we teach, and that we offer. So with that being said, a question about one of the titles or some of the titles that I hold. For instance, I'm a transdimensional travel agent. I'm a spiritual tour guide. I'm a harm reduction specialist. And I'm a psychedelic informed integration coach. So those are the four main things that we're going to talk about in this brief video. What are these things? What does this mean? What does this mean to us? How are we to utilize this to understand this? So, first and foremost, when it comes to being a transdimensional travel agent, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that within the last few years, there has been quite a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? An explosion in the entheogenic realms, right? So it's a lot more people that are becoming aware of the mushrooms and the ayahuasca and the cactus and the DMT and the 5-MeO, bufo, and all of these different modalities to deal with spiritual works, to deal with mental and emotional traumas and dramas and all of these different things. But there's a lot of people that would like to approach these things, but they don't know where to start. They don't know where to begin. They don't know, how to get into it. And so they pick a entry. They heard about ayahuasca. And this is the first thing that they want to do. They want to do ayahuasca. Aaron Rodgers did it. They read about Will Smith doing it. Whoever it is that piques their interest and they say, I want ayahuasca. All right, well, you start Googling and you come across the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, and you go on to psychonautdetroit.org and you ask for a consultation, and you get me on the phone. And you say, hey, I've heard about ayahuasca and I've read about ayahuasca and I'm ready to take ayahuasca. And I say, oh, okay, no problem. We have ayahuasca. When would you like to schedule your appointment? We get you scheduled, right? And now you go and you take ayahuasca, and it is nothing about what you thought it was. You thought it was going to be like DMT, or you thought it was going to be like mushroom, or whatever it is that you said that you wanted to do. As a transdimensional travel agent, I can get you there. I can facilitate that. We can administrate that. We can, all of these different modalities. Okay, If that's what you read about and that's what you wanted to do, and you call me and you say, hey, I need you to get me 2 tickets to the ayahuasca realms as a transdimensional travel agent, that's what I'm going to do. Now, let's be clear. When you get wherever you're going, you have whatever it is that you went through, or you do whatever experiences you was looking for, there is nothing that I need to know about your satisfaction of what you were looking for. I'm not concerned with that because I was never asked about that. I was never inquired about it. I was never, I didn't have you saying, well, I'm doing it for this and I think that this and this and this. What do you think? Now, this is where things change at. What do I think? Now we are exiting the realms of a transdimensional travel agent, which is just somebody who is there responsible for getting you where you're trying to go, into a spiritual tour guide, which is where you come and say to me, now watch this. When you said you wanted to take ayahuasca, that was you telling me that you wanted to go to Nigeria. And that's because you heard about the beautiful beaches and the beautiful people and all of this. And I say, okay, 2 tickets to Nigeria. You didn't ask me nothing. I gave you 2 tickets. You get there, you realize that there is no ocean, there is no beaches, and this place is at war. That is nothing to say to me. I didn't tell you you was going to enjoy beaches and beautiful, nothing there. You came with your own idea. And as a transdimensional travel agent, I gave you tickets to where you was trying to get to. Now, if you come to me and say, hey, Seven, check this out. I have heard about the beaches in Nigeria and I would like to experience that. I would like to meet these beautiful people that smoke this ganja and I go, well, actually, what you're explaining doesn't really sound like Nigeria. With my expertise, what you're explaining sounds more like Jamaica. I think Jamaica, if you want beaches and you want music and smoke the ganja with you, I think you would rather go to Jamaica. You go, really? Yeah, because Nigeria is not a beach country and they're at war and the people are not really friendly and all. Oh, I'm so glad you told me. Oh, no problem. Of course, I'm your tour guide. I'm guiding you to what it is that you're trying to experience, what you're trying to see, right? This does not guarantee that you will see anything, but what does it do is it increases your chances of, because you have somebody who is familiar and who is uh, 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 um, working in these realms that can get you to these different places. So when somebody tells me, hey, yeah, I need 12 grams of mushrooms so I can go on a healing journey, and I go, okay, well, this is how much that is, and that's that. And then they go on this transdimensional travel and trip, and they're like, wow, that did not heal me, but that was very interesting and all these other things. And it's like, well, I didn't get healed, and it's like, it has nothing to do with me because you didn't ask me for my opinion. You didn't ask me for my guidance. See how that sounds? Spiritual tour guide or a travel agent. An agent is somebody who sets it up to get you what you want. A guide is somebody who takes you to where you're trying to get to. Okay? So that's the difference in a transdimensional tour guide, a transdimensional travel agent and a spiritual tour guide. Now, let's go a step further. A harm reduction specialist. Well, what is that? What do you mean? Okay, so as terrestrial entities, there are things that we have experienced, that we have went through, that has caused us traumas, that have caused us drama. Some of us that has caused physical, emotional, mental, sexual, and financial diseases that are causing us harm. To be clear, I'm not part of certain um, Western entities, so I'm careful to not use their words, right? But let's just say that there is a physical ailment that is causing you harm. I am the individual who, through the modalities and the usage of mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, fungi kingdom, and kingdom of man, harmonizes your body, okay, to the point where we're reducing those harmful things that are within you. I specialize in reducing the harm within you. Anything that's causing you harm internally, that's what I specialize in. So I don't claim to cure diseases. Those are terms that are used by um, a certain a field that I'm not a part of. So I don't talk about, or I try to stay away from talking about different diseases, right? And instead I talk about ailments and illnesses that are within our body, and how through the use of plant medicine, mineral medicine, fungi medicine, as well as the animal medicines such as the Cambo, Phyllomedusa bicolor tree frog, which is good for detoxing, cleansing, and protection. Snake venoms from all of the different venomous snakes. Each one of them have different toxicities, peptides, and proteins within them that cause chemical reactions within the body. So these cause things to cleanse, to regenerate, to destroy cells that we need destroyed, to fight viruses, all types of different things. So through using all of these modalities, we reduce the things that are causing you harm, and we attempt to reduce them to the point that they are no longer even within you. If y'all following what I'm saying, then I think you understand what I'm saying. What is a psychedelic informed integration coach? This is an individual who has been trained and is knowledgeable in psychedelics and the integration of the individuals who have went through psychedelic or entheogenic experiences. So if you went through ayahuasca, or you went through mushrooms, or you went through Cambo or snake venom or bufo or any of these types of things, it is very important that you have integration afterwards. So I am a master integration coach, trained by the Condor approach. So you can Google that if you want. But so when I'm speaking on these different platforms about being a transdimensional travel agent, being a spiritual tour guide, being a harm reduction specialist, and being a psychedelic informed coach, these are the different things that I'm speaking about. Through the usage of these different fields, I take my clients one on one, usually through a 90-day container. 90 days from beginning to end. It's called the alchemy of self. So you're looking at yourself as who you are. To turn lead to gold, you must start with lead. Lead is a base metal. Lead, what is lead? Lead is that follows. What does it follow? It follows the rules of what? That's leading it. The rules are that you are gold, and you practice these rules in 90 days, you look up and you are golden. Sounds awesome. It is. Trust me. Everybody who's went through it. So these are the different modalities and the tools that I work with my clients one-on-one or in a group setting, because I do group containers as well. So through those 90-day containers of taking you from one realm to another, we are using these different modalities. We're using the plant medicine, the animal medicine, your diet and your nutrition. We're focusing on your health and your fitness. We're focusing on your relationships with your family, your business relationships, your relationships with your community. We're going into your spiritual practices. What are you doing to keep yourself or tap yourself into these realms? Don't just utilize entheogens and you don't have actual spiritual practices. I would actually advise anybody who's looking to get into entheogenic practices or usages or becoming a psychonaut to start off with the medicines of men. Start off with the Reiki. Start off with the meditation. Start off with oneiriogens and going into the sleep realms and dealing with your dreams and your work in those sleep realms and finding how to maneuver through the Akashic records, through the astral travel, through the lucid dreaming. And when you start to practice these things, what you're doing is you're creating yourself what we call a security clearance. The higher your security clearances are, the better that your entheogenic practices are going to be, because the deeper you can go into them. Okay? So these are the different types of things that we teach about, talk about at the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. The website is psychonautdetroit.org. We are having a 25% off sale for 48 hours, which started yesterday at 6 p.m. So if you are new to us and you want to check out some things, now's a nice time to get them at a nice discounted price. Just check them out, try them out. For those of y'all who've been around 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years and know what we got and what we do, everything's 25% off. So if y'all want to go check out the website, I'd advise y'all to do that. And just to be clear, people have been purchasing um, mushroom gatekeeping services. People have purchased ayahuasca ceremonies. People have purchased classes that are not taking place yet. They're 25% off. So they know, because I've been letting me be known, even if it's not scheduled for right now, the next time that they come up and we do have them, I am honoring those who are buying those things now. So I was quite surprised to see some of the things that were purchased. And I just want to say, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'm going to honor that. You still get it 25% off. So any of those y'all who were interested in the Sacred Animal Venoms Practitioner Training, let's talk about that for a minute. So what is that? All right. So in the realms of being a sacred healer, right? We got a lot of sacred healers. Some deal with different kingdoms. So when I do my lectures, I teach about, for people who are interested in becoming a healer, who are interested in becoming a medicine man or woman, who are interested in becoming facilitators in plant medicine, fungi medicine, animal medicine, any of those things. I always teach first about the kingdoms and healing through the kingdoms. The different kingdoms are the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the fungi kingdom, the animal kingdom, and the kingdom of man. I'll do a video to go in depth about all of those different kingdoms at one point in time. But those are the different kingdoms that I advise people that if you are trying to start out in the healing realms or practitioners field, that pick one of those kingdoms and specialize in that and master your craft in that until you feel that you have learned enough in that realm to go on to the next realms. Okay. So with that being said, for the individuals who are interested in entering into the healing industry or whatever you might want to call it through sacred animal venoms practices. This means using the Cambo for cleansing, detoxification, and healing, using the snake venom for healing, regeneration, character growth and development, and spiritual tunement, using the Bufo 5-MeO-DMT from the Bufaveris toad for entheogenic purposes, heart opening purposes, spiritual practices, all of these different things. You have to be properly trained, just like any of these other fields. But this field is a lot more, what I use the word powerful, or maybe I should use the word immediate, so that there's more caution in utilizing these than it is in mineral kingdom. You're not going to overdose somebody on minerals for the most part. You can get a toxicity, but you can flush from that unless they're toxicities to things like lead and mercury. Then you're going to need Cambo. Anyway, I don't want to go off subject. When it comes to plant medicines, um, they give you 90 to 120 days of usage and then stop, give your body the time to reset, to see where you're at, and and see if you need further um, works with that, right? Then you go into utilizing the fungi medicine, which, as we have seen, there is no issues from overusage of the fungi medicines. Now, once we go one step higher into the animal medicines, now we're dealing with cautions. We're dealing with things that are so powerful, so intense, and so immediate that it causes changes biochemical within the body immediately. So we're talking about the raising of blood pressure, the lower blood pressuring, altering the way that the heart beats, altering your lymphocytes and things of this nature. So there's a lot more attention that needs to be paid to the administration, the facilitation, and the usage of animal medicines. So with that being said, this is not a practice that is self-taught. A lot of herbalists are self-taught. I don't have the issue with that. A lot of mycologists are self-taught. I don't have the issue with that. Anybody who says they're self-taught utilizing animal medicines, I would say take caution with them. Period. That's just me. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. The point that I'm getting at is that if you are interested in learning the sacred animal venoms practitioner field, we do offer that at the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. If you are following on the YouTube page, Psychonaut Academy Detroit, or from one of the other modalities that Facebook or whatever that I might be broadcasting on, the actual website to go to get a consultation to see if that is right for you is scrolling across the screen. If it's not, for my Instagram people, if you are interested in the Sacred Animal Venoms Practitioner training class, just inbox me and let me know, and I can get you the info that you are interested in. But outside of all of that, like I said, we're here to talk about transdimensional travel agents, spiritual tour guides, harm reduction special services, and psychedelic informed coaches. Um, do I have any questions, comments, or concerns? Okay, hold on. We got a comment from Wanderlust John. Flying Big Page have created this website. I don't know what he's talking about. It looks like some spam, so never mind. So anyway, if there's no questions, comments, or